Welcome to Success Stories. Welcome to Zana.
I came home one day and I told him I wanted to build a pool in our backyard, and he thought I was crazy. Well, basically, I grew up swimming my whole life. I started when I was 3 years old, and loved swimming. It was my life, and swam all the way through college. My major was early childhood education, so I thought, what a great combination of swimming and education. It's very, child development oriented, not just swimming. It's a lot about, how kids learn and what ages learn, best and which ways.
Well, I think we do a pretty good job of defining roles. She has that swim background. I have the finance business background. That way we can trust each other to do our jobs, have fun with it, and not step on each other's toes.
We both love tropical atmospheres. We went to Maui on our honeymoon. It's our favorite place in the world. I feel like I grew up in one too many, dungeon pools, and I took lessons, at a place that was kind of like that, just dungeon, no color, no nothing, cold pools, and it's scary for kids. So we thought we'd try and take some of the fear out of it and just make it fun when they first walk in.
I think it had to do with our architects too.
Yeah, for sure.
Confident. We just said we want a Hawaiian beach house feel. Run with it. I think what you have to do is trust the professionals that you're working with. Well, I would say to start any business, you need obviously to put your time and energy into doing research, finding out, can you support the demographics. For us, it was just really putting down all of our thoughts, all of our research in a business plan. And we had a 40-page business plan that detailed everything.
We had a lot of proof. It wasn't just like dreams in our head of what we think we could make. It was like, this is really happening in other cities around the country. We can make it happen here too. But I think at the end of the day, you can plan and plan and plan, but you have to take a risk at some point.
We hire the people, the personality, because we can always train the skill. We have a lot of early childhood development majors here that are teachers. We have a lot of former swimmers. And if you can find employees that have had a good background with kids, have had a good background with customer service, they fit quite well. We have a training program that typically runs anywhere around 40 hours. They come in, they go through a curriculum, they go through a training manual, they shadow the positions that they're going to be coming into, and they eventually take over those positions. I think that there is a need for this concept in other cities around the country, and we want to be the ones to bring it there and to take it there because we have fun doing it, and we think it's just great for the kids and the families. Everything seemed to go fairly smooth when we were starting it, but one night I turned the pool fill on and went home and forgot that the pool fill was still on. And granted, we have drains that go around the exterior of the pool, which were going into the sewer system. It was eventually overpowered those and flooded our offices.
But it stopped just short of the computers and the printers, which is very, very lucky.
Yeah, we're a couple inches away from all the computers. So
yeah.
Stopped just in time. Good lesson learned. We haven't done it since. So.
And I also swam with Amanda Beard, who's a multi-Olympic gold medalist and a swimmer. So I swam with her in Arizona. I called her, and she was nice enough to come out. And so with the news and her, we had a big opening party, and she brought her gold medals. And we had face painting and balloons, and it was really fun. It was huge. You could barely walk in here. And I put out our own press release. I just sent it to everyone, any press, anywhere. And it's something new and fun for the community, so they actually picked it up, and we had a few stories. So
It's been helpful that we're not a depressing story right now, because there are a lot of depressing stories out there. Where something good for the community. It's new. It hasn't been seen before in the area. The easier it is for us to communicate with other businesses, the better. We can all help each other grow and become better business owners. I think that's ideal, because we're all looking for answers for something, and the easier that we can find it, the quicker, the better.
Even with the building itself, we picked a really great builder who had a good reputation, and they recommended the architect, and they recommended designers and things like that, so that helped a lot.
And we're able to learn from other people's mistakes. Like, people will learn from our mistakes.
It makes you feel so much better to hear other people's stories too, and they've been through it and they survived, and it's reassuring.
Just shake their hand and go, thank you, I'm glad you went through that too.
I know. We're not idiots.
Trust your CPA. Ask questions. It's one of those things that early on, without running a business before, you have no idea what's going to come up. It just makes you sleep better in there.
Yeah.
Really. It does. It allows you to focus on what you need to do to run your business and not worry about, oh my gosh, is my intellectual property being stolen? Mm-hmm. You can really focus on your day-to-day operation, what's important to you today, rather than all the miscellaneous stuff that you want to take care of. Get that stuff and kind of set it aside and let that be and let the people work for protecting you and your logos and copyrights and things like that.
I think that the well-known businesses, like a tech business or something that's proven is fine, but for entrepreneurs with something very different and interesting, I think it's a lot harder to start up. But really those are the things that will someday make it big because it hasn't been heard of. It's not just your average place. It really can be a lot bigger, but it has to start somewhere, and I think that a lot of people have big dreams, but they don't ever get the opportunity to realize them.
Success Stories is a production of Zana Network.